Good afternoon, and here we are in week 5. So it is week 5, and this week we just had the video tutorial for the memory game, and I hope you enjoy creating it as much as I do. And I'll be sharing it with you a little later. Once it's all finished, then I have all of the attributions done within it. So basically, I'm going to go into more. I'm going to go to the content bank. I'm going to make sure my edit mode is on. I'm going to add a memory game. I should wait till it loads the page. That would be a lot faster, but sometimes I get ahead of the game here. Don't know what I did. So anyway, I have to add a new H5P, so I'm going to do that. It's called memory game. So memory game is here. And of course, this is a memory game with sound and so on. So I'm gonna give it a title. I'm gonna call this the Radley Family Memory Game, or the Radley Family Jobs Memory Game. There we go. And in the first card, I'm going to add the first image. But before I do that, I'm going to go up here to the title, because this is the title that I have given it. I mean, the Radley family is a title that Andrea came up with for that family. And I'm going to fill all of this out because I am doing it, this H5P, so it is mine. So I'm going to attribution on commercial share alike. The years is 2024. I am the author, so I'm going to save the author so that no one can erase that. And I don't know what goes in here. Additional information is where we add comments about any other copyrights and so on. So when we were talking about where to put copyright from Unsplash, or for example, Pixabay, it would go here. And to open these little boxes, all you have to do is click on these and you can get them bigger. And this is an Edimoodle site that allows you to open up boxes where you can add additional information about license and so on. I'm going to show label for attribution, because if I don't click this, my information will not show in the rights of use. So I'm going to save the metadata. I'm going to now go and add card 1. So card 1 is going to be a chef. Sorry, this one, a chef. The picture. And then alternate text for image. We can do that for people who are blind and need to hear the word or just transcribe to them. So a chef. I don't understand why this pops up. A chef. And then audio track. I'm going to have an audio which I've already created. It's called the chef. And that was from when we did the audio and the dictation. Matching image. Of course, I need a matching image. So this card is going to have that image and a chef audio. And then I need a matching image. So it's going to match to the text. So you say, oh, how did you get that text? It has to be an image. So I had to create an image by using this snippet tool. Maybe you have something similar if you use a Mac. And this was created by me, and here is a copy of it. So I have these words here. You kind of just move your cursor anywhere, and then you just go back and you get the snippet tool and you snip each of these out, and you've got your words as images. And you save them as such in the folder that you need them. So back to here. So all of this is going to be the copyright is me, so I'm just going to edit that a little bit later for the sake of saving time in this tutorial, because as we know, the tutorials get longer and longer. Again, I want to have audio. This is an optional, but I'm going to add it again. So as the students see the word, they also hear it read. So I'm going to open that, and then I'll come back and edit because I did the audio. And you'll see later I will add all of my copyright information. And then I'm going to look at behavioral settings. There's nothing I want to change there. Look and feel. I'm not going to change any of this. But I am going to add a custom back to my cards. And I'm going to add the picture of the Radley family. And remember, this was an AI image, and I will do the edit copyright for it a little bit later. I'm going to continue going, and I'm going to click Save. Now I just have one card. That's no fun, because that's really easy to match
A
it.
chef, a chef,
And this is how you create this. So I'm going to go and pause the video now, and I'm going to create the rest of the cards. Okay, now that I'm finished creating all of my cards, a chef, a doctor, a teacher, a police officer, a dentist. I don't know why this one just says card. I think I do it in the alternative audio. So chef. Okay. And all of the edit copyright. I'm going to go ahead and save my cards. I just want to make sure I have all of the jobs available. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I think that's enough for my CLB 1 and 2. And now let me just go back to the content bank. I just closed that window. I didn't want to, but I did, but that's fine because I don't need that one. I'm going to save, and I'm going to play a little bit with it because, or do I have to put something in here? Okay. And of course you can play with the details whenever you have time. I could have even added another card here to make this a little even, but that's okay. This is good enough for lower levels.
a dentist, a
Oops.
doctor, a chef, a teacher,
Mm-hmm.
a police officer, a teacher,
I think
a
a teacher was
teacher,
here.
a
Here.
teacher, a police officer,
I think
a
that was
police
Sophia.
officer, a chef, a chef,
And that was Luck.
a doctor,
I think she's over
a
here.
doctor, a dentist,
And the
a
chef is
dentist,
next. Great. Good work. So there we go. And now I have one thing left to do. So I don't want to stop that. I can reset my game and play again. But I'm going to exit. And now I know it's in the content bank. Let me just scroll down. Here it is. So here it is, the Radley Family Memory Game Jobs. Now I'm going to go into the shell of my course in week 5. And now I'm going to add that activity to my course because I'm using the blue H5P. No, I didn't start. Oh, here it is. I did start. And I'm going to name it. So this is the names that students see. So I'm going to say the Radley family jobs. And that's about it. I could add a little description here. And I'm going to go to the content bank and attach it here. So I'm going to click here to get the package file. I'm going to scroll down and I'm going to look at the Radley family memory game jobs. Here it is. I'm going to link to the file. Again, I'm going to specify it as Creative Commons Share Alike, non-commercial. I'm going to select this file and I'm going to look at all of these options. So I like to expand when I do that, even when I'm doing quizzes or assignments or even forums, I like to expand. So I'm going to allow, and allow because all of my information is there. I'm not going to add any grades as that takes up space in the grade book and I don't want to do that. But I definitely want attempt options. And participants can review their own attempts. This here allows me to provide attempt tracking and it allows me to see the number of times that my learners have attempted this quiz, if at all. Sometimes they say they do, but when you go and you check attempt tracking, they haven't done anything. So I'm going to allow for that. The common module settings, I'm not going to touch this. Show on course page, I'm going to leave it as that. Restrict active access, I only do that sometimes by date. I usually hide the activities and show them when it's time after I've explained it to them. So I'm just going to leave this. Completion conditions, I can add requirements. So they'll need to, this is why I like to use the receive a grade. I really like this even if it's not part of the grade book because this allows me to see better how they did and not just allow for attempt options. So yeah, I mean 70% is what we're aimed at, and I know sometimes that helps helps them redo it. So I'm gonna put that. Of course, I don't want it in my. I wouldn't tag it to the e-portfolio, that's for sure, because this is just like a little game for them to do. The competencies, I'm not sure. This is something new in Rule 4 and up. And I'm going to save and display. This should now be on my course page. Click continue. I'm just going to wait a little bit for it to load. This is quite slow. And here is the game. And again, I'm going to test it out. And I'm going to see actually if it does track my attempts.
A dentist, a police officer, a police officer, a police officer, a teacher, a doctor, a chef, a doctor, a teacher, a teacher,
That was look at the
a
time.
dentist, a doctor, a dentist, a dentist, a chef, a doc, a doctor,
And there we go. So I had 18 card turns. It took me 32 seconds. It's good to have good memory, I guess. I'm gonna reset. I don't know if this one would track anyway. So I could just leave. Oh, I don't think this will track me because I'm a teacher in the system. I'd have to come in and do this as a student to see if it actually tracks. But then again, there's the reuse button. I have the rights of use, and you can see here that this whole thing is licensed to me. I am the author of this H5P activity. Each of the cards has the name and the author and the source, and so on. And a chef for the title of the sound file is here. And then again, for the word, a chef, and then there's, so one of these is for the sound file, one of these is for the word file, or the picture of the word, a chef. So each one has that, and you could just scroll down on that, but I'm not going to bother. And that's it. That's how you create a memory game and put it on your in your course in week 5. So week 2 there was text. Week 3 there were images. Week 4 there was audio. Week 5 there's a memory game. I'm gonna pause the video now for a little bit. And in your Moodle for teachers, creating basic H5Ps, if you scroll down into week 5, you can see there will be another one of these. And if you click on these here, you could see our video tutorials from last week, as well as there, so you could try them out yourselves, the ones we created in our video tutorials. And this week we'll have one for the video, for this memory game. So if you want, you can add any feedback. You can look at all of these here. And I'm going to add a couple of more with the same words and the same themes that Andrea and I decided to go by, as well as other things I've created that might be useful for you. And you can have them, and that'll be your takeaways. So it's really easy if you want any of these. So I did a question set, phone numbers, writing exercise for my students last week, and basically, um, here it is, and they just copy the phone number you see. So it's kind of teaching them how to copy it in a Canadian conventional way. And again, that's using the same technique I just used in the video. And here you go. So this is mostly for typing skills, computer skills, whatever. And it was a question set. So this was my question set. Andrea did the video, so it's not included there. And there's another one for phone numbers. There's a listening. So I use some of these.
Number 2. The phone number is 647.
So I had done this one. It says retry, listen carefully. Don't know why this H5P doesn't reset every time I log in. And you guys could try these out. If you like them, you can take them by clicking the reuse button. I don't see it now, but I don't see this allowing me to do it either. Okay, let me retry the whole thing. There we go. I think now it's at the beginning.
Number 8. The phone number is 416-406-9012.
Okay, anyway, this is a listening that I did. So as you can see, there are many ways that you could do this. There's also listening, sorry, dictation for listening and phone numbers. Um, at lower levels, we do this. I was able to find the picture and place it here. And here's the phone number.
Is 416-681-1221.
And of course, they'll go through that. They'll check their answers. Of course, this is a really bad score, so I can try it again. I don't see the reuse button. I think it's because it's not in the content bank here. I just dragged and dropped the activities. Um, that could be why, or maybe you could do it more because you could back up and restore after. I'll check into that and see why that's not there. Anyway, have yourselves a great day, and I hope that you enjoy creating memory game for your students. Bye for now.